we're live.
Hello and welcome to Marco Pierre White Night. I'm Luke, and I've got Dan
Shark
with
in the
me.
kitchen.
I was going to say, but is it Dan? I'm waiting for the reveal. But what other virgin would be presenting with me tonight?
Nice of you to say you're also a virgin.
You show me.
Swipe
I want to
back.
be you right now.
No,
Dan,
people
how
don't
are
know who
you?
that is. Half left.
So Dan, tonight
You look
we're
nervous,
doing...
Luke. You've gone all pale. The colour straight out of your skin.
I've got a shade of puce.
Puce is a funny word.
Great word.
How do you spell it?
More on that later. With Hugh or Q. So, Dan.
Is that quotes by Hugh Edwards followed by snooker cue names?
Yeah, we have, we for ages have wanted to get together and watch some Marco Pierre White videos, and we've been looking for the forum to which to do it on.
Yes. And Duck
we
Pond
found
is
it.
the one. Sorry,
Duck
not Duck Pond.
Duck
It's
Soup
not
by Barbara
by Duck
Streisand.
Pond.
Did you used to think Duck Soup was actually
Barbra
sung by
Streisand?
Barbara Streisand rather than it just be the name of the song?
Didn't have an opinion on it.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Freaking hell. Yes, and so Dan, tonight Marco Pierre White is on the show. No, he's not. Sorry. Tonight we'll be watching.
He's
videos
always
of
on the
Marco
show in
Pierre
a way, isn't he?
You know, in a way, but in a much
He's
more accurate way.
What word do you use? Beguiling. He's a beguiling presence.
Why don't you tell the viewers and listeners
Who Marco Pierre White is?
when did our obsession?
For those who don't know, he was the youngest British chef to ever become a 3 Michelin star. He was the first one to do it. The first real bad boy in the kitchen, celebrity chef. Snap my lips and call me Marco. Known for being a arrogant and obtuse character, yet beguiling on screen. The shark of the kitchen, as we know him, will be viewing for you tonight here on Marco Pierre White
here tonight.
Viewing.
And when did our obsession start with Marco?
When didn't it start? I think I trace my obsession back to puberty.
Very difficult to pin down tonight.
A young boy becoming one with food and developing feelings about his body. Who can say truly when Marco started and I finished?
Right. Oh, God. Right. Okay. Let's get to it, Dan. So we've got 5 recipes to go through. Now, all of these are blatantly sponsored and endorsed. All these 5 recipes are endorsed and sponsored by No Rich Beef Stock Youth. Right?
No, not specifically the beef. They're not different brands. They're not different arms of company. Nor is incredibly sort of antagonistic with its divisions. And just pits each stock variety against one another. All chickens up this week. Someone from beef's getting shot.
If you had to put them in order, what is it? So it's veg, beef, chicken, and lamb. Is there another one?
Yeah.
Veg,
fish.
Chicken, beef, lamb, fish. What would be the top seller and what would be the bottom seller?
Beef is top.
Veg?
Well, chicken probably. Chicken is top. It probably goes chicken, veg, beef, lamb,
fish. Lovely stuff. Dan, let's get to a video. First up tonight, we have got chili con carne. Chili con carne. Not at all. Okay, Dan, this is chili con carne. Here we go.
Look at that signature. So arrogant.
Very nice.
One of the nation's
Where's the rice?
Chili con carne.
Here we go.
It's very simple and very quick to make. Minced beef.
Whoa, sorry, I'm going to stop him there. Sorry to intervene, Dan. Simple and quick to make. It's an hour and a half. An hour and a half. I wouldn't say that's exactly rapid.
Also, why is he serving 8 to 10?
Yeah, he doesn't have any friends. Isn't he gone through 3 wives? That's slander. But also, it's his version of quick. Like Jamie did 15-minute meals. It's his 90-minute meals.
He's now on 3-minute ingredients. What? That makes sense.
Thank God you interrupted. Okay, let's say
one of the nation's favourites.
Which
nation's favourite?
It's very simple and very quick to make.
Mexico.
Minced beef, kidney beans, paprika, little cumin.
Sorry, can we just
pause him there?
paprika and cumin.
Cumin is a raging homo, but he's massively in the closet. Do you like my wreath on the cupboard?
Home from home. Is that what you want to?
Look at his spice. Look at his spice. Yeah, paprika.
Paprika. Let's go.
Cayenne pepper, rich beef stock pot, and then we have our tomato base.
Oh, he likes his knife. No, I do honestly. Watch his knife. Once you spot his knife, you'll never lose the eyes off him. Elegant. It's in your dreams.
Yeah, be careful not to lose the eyes off him. So he likes Le Crusoe, Dan. Are you a fan of Le Crusoe? Is that how you pronounce it?
You're not certain. Le Crusoe,
which is our very easy tomato sauce.
Not sauce.
If you don't have tomato sauce, then what you'll have to do is fry your onions, your garlic, and then add 50% passata and 50% tin chopped tomatoes. It's as simple as that. What I do is I make a very easy tomato sauce. It's my base. To my bolognese, to my chili con carne.
He almost forgot it was called.
Two recipes. It's my base. Chili con carne. What other dishes?
It's easy. It's simple. But
Do
I
you
make a
use
very
tomato
big
sauce
batch,
in white sauce?
and then I break it down into 4 or 5 pots, and I freeze it. So when I want to make some chili con carne,
I bet he doesn't.
it comes out of the
Bet he
freezer.
doesn't.
So it's easy and peasy.
Knife.
I have to start chopping onions, chopping garlic.
That is ridiculous.
Craig Ward
So-
would give that a 10.
How do we start?
Natural fluidity.
A little olive oil, and then we take
10
our
gallons.
minced beef. 1 kilo
As a
of
veggie,
lean,
how do you feel
fine
seeing meat
minced
like
beef.
that?
So now what I'm doing is I'm sealing it
I don't have any strong feelings on it, to be honest.
off. By doing
See if you
that,
can guess what he's
I'm
doing.
removing the fat,
I mean,
the
the water
render
content.
out,
Oh,
and then start
Rendering.
to cook my meat.
Cooking his
What's
meat.
interesting, we have 1 kilo of meat.
Yeah.
And you may
Far
think
too
that's
much.
a lot,
Yes, it is.
but just look what's happening.
What?
The water is
It's
being
still a
released
shit
from the
ton of
meat,
meat.
and that's a large percentage of that meat.
okay.
So have we really got a kilo of meat? No, we haven't. Once the
Yes,
water
we
is
have.
evaporated, then you can singe
Take it
your
up with a
meats.
bit butcher.
So it's quite a long and slow process, but the
I
results
thought it was quick
pay
and
off at
easy.
the end. And there's nothing worse than when you get mince and it's got those big lumps in it, almost
Genocide.
like meatballs, but very tough. Not nice. So this way, it now will cook nice and evenly in the pan. You can see the
Why
water's
are you only poking
evaporated,
one bit of the pan?
and now the natural fat and that little bit of olive oil will start to now singe the meat. Now,
Dan,
I said
do you love to
I
singe
don't
your
want
meat?
to. I love to singe meat. I don't want to kind of pull him up already. Again, was that interesting? He
Free
did
Michelin
say
star.
it will be interesting. All he told me was there's a lot of water in meat. There's a lot of water in a lot of stuff, Marco. Cucumbers.
He's a walking encyclopedia
little
now.
cayenne pepper, a bit of cumin.
Cumin.
And again, you make it as spicy.
Sorry,
you
just use
wish.
one grade.
Take a little paprika. See, when you think paprika, cayenne, bit of cumin, they all work fantastically well together. So then we add it to our base tomato sauce, half a litre of water, 2 rich beef stock pots.
There we go. There's the money.
Here we go.
Dissolve the stock pots in the chili. When it comes to the boil, simmer very gently for about 1 hour.
An hour.
With the lid on. But keep on stirring. You have to mother it.
Make your mind up.
So the chili is now being
Sorry,
cooking for 50
I've
minutes.
always wondered this, and I know this is probably a bit obvious, but is that either a new pot
Yeah.
or which is fascinating? Well, not that fascinating, but interesting
Product
that he's
placement.
prepped.
You used to work in that side of the thing.
But secondly,
All
if it
I'll
has
say
been
to
an
Luke
hour,
is, I've forgotten
If it
her
ha-
name.
if it has been an hour,
Sue
Dan,
Pollard, I want to say. It's not Sue Pollard. What's her name?
you could just wait till I finished and then just have a think about it. Secondly, have they sat there for an hour with Marco waiting for that to boil? I mean, that would be amazing. What did they talk to him about? About who's this woman? Let me help you get a name. He's talking about Kathy Burke. She's
Prue
Kathy
Leith.
Burke. All right. What about her?
Just you could give a bit of insight. No, there's obviously no. There'll be a on-site home economicist who'll have cooked
course they
this
will.
beforehand.
Yes.
No,
So
they
you can see the
literally will.
richness of the rich
No.
beef. In with the kidney
What are you
beans.
arguing?
In this
Why is he
case,
using
they're
his
tinned,
hands?
which have been washed
Literally
off.
no
What
reason
do
to
you want
use
him to
hands,
use?
right?
I
His
think you have to be
knees?
generous with the kidney beans.
You just pour it in.
Work those in slowly. Because they were
Doesn't add
cooked
excess
already.
water.
All we have to
You
do
just
is
save
put
it
it
out
into
for
it.
water.
It's as simple as that. So to finish fresh chilies,
a
little bit of dark chocolate, minimum
whoa,
70%.
Boy. Whoa, boy.
Because they were cooked already, all we have to do is put the heat into them. It's as simple as that.
Dan,
so to finish, fresh chilies, a little bit of dark chocolate, minimum 70%, and fresh coriander at the last minute.
And then skin. He's chopped off his hand.
There we go.
Best
As you see, also the chocolate gives it that little bit of
name an organ you couldn't live without.
Just thickens it a little bit. And the reason I put it all in at the last minute is so it retains its freshness. And you can taste the individual flavors. You can taste the chili, you can taste the coriander, you can taste the chocolate.
Now, I'm not being funny. He said a kilogram, was not enough. You tell me that is far too much. That portion is insane.
Yeah, he's making 8.
Yeah, but they should have specified that. No one's making for 8 to 10 people.
You can taste the chili, you can taste the coriander, you can taste the chocolate.
What about the old woman who lives in a shoe?
And just to finish, a little more fresh coriander just to make it look pretty.
Little.
And there we have it. Chili con carne.
Where's the rice? I said it at the start.
It's fantastic with baked potatoes, sour cream. It's fantastic with rice.
There you go.
It's your choice.
2 choices.
Everything goes in the world of gastronomy.
Everything goes in the world of gastronomy. I will remind you of that when you're tasting my food on MasterChef.
You can't even. Where's my kingfish?
What did you think of that?
Let's see what the comments say. Paprika, this is Sam Reed. Paprika, your choice.
Sorry, I thought that's how you spelled paprika. There's not an extra A in there. It's not paprika.
Paprika. Remember, he's Italian on his grandmother's 8th side because he's actually from Bolton or wherever he's from. Any cuisine he's got related to. When my father kicked me out of the slums of Brazil and said, go to work, I walked down the road and got a job in Leeds kitchen. Sorry.
I left the favela. So that's good. When Marco had his first child baptized, he insisted the vicar had no stock used only water.
He would. J. Rory, Marco Pierre White would make a very convincing Hannibal Lecter. He would.
Very good. I mean, that's
Mike Kelly loves it. Mike loves it. I just think Mike. I think he's an Australian.
I think so too. What were you going to say? I think you were going to say something mental. How does he like his what?
Australian voice.
I mean, I'm not stopping you. Right, Dan, what do you give that out of 10 and how likely are you to make that?
I mean, I just don't spend that length of time on it.
But Dan, it's quick and easy.
Yeah, but quicker and easier is just to use the Coleman's.
All kinds of gifts.
Oh, hide the screen, Luke. Hide the screen. It's free advertising for Etsy. We haven't got license.
I don't mind. I tell you what, HelloFresh, they are crap. We can slander them.
What do we got here?
Next, just before we jump on that, Dan.
I know what it is.
Already knows. Dan, how good did it look out of 10, and how likely are you to do it? Out of 10, I think it looked like a 6. 6.
Yeah, it needs, but 6. And how likely to make it? 10 because I like chili, but I wouldn't. I take what?
Sorry, you're likely to make that? No, how likely you would make his recipe?
Oh,
I'd say like 0. a 5. No, not 0.
No, I have a recipe.
Oh my god! Fucking
Coleman's mix.
3-star Michelin. Right, are you ready? This is next up. We've got honey glazed duck. Boom.
Is it?
I hope that's how he starts.
A very simple dish: grilled duck, seasoned with normal chicken granules, grilled in the pan, pink. Very easy. Yeah. Then glazed with honey and spices. And on the side, we have a very simple apple.
Just one thing. Is there any need at all for him to be holding his knife like this?
Grilled in the pan,
watch.
pink. Very easy.
His left hand.
Then glazed with honey.
What is his knife doing in that? Is he about to throw it? Or what's he doing there?
He's beguiling.
And on the side, we have a very simple apple sauce.
Yeah.
Very quick, very delicious.
Always hated
retain that freshness of the apple. Which
go back to the start a picture for me.
Honey,
very quick, very easy. How long does this take? 6 hours.
We don't have it. We didn't have it this time, I'm afraid.
Of course. Very quick, very
Apparently
delicious.
Only takes 4 minutes.
Retain that freshness of the apple, which complements the duck amazingly. With the honey, the spice, it all works as one. No need for a gravy. So I'm using Granny Smith's
extra stock cube if you want a gravy.
As you can see, I've kept them in water with a little bit of lemon juice just to prevent the oxidization. So you can just slice very finely.
How many apples has he got?
Little water in the pan, with butter. Bring to the boil so it emulsifies.
So you chop one.
In with the apples.
I think you chopped a few. I think I think you had about 6.
So use your cloth. So you
Sorry,
get no
what?
seeds. Not too much.
I hope you're sponsored by Dan.
So you have a very nice cream sauce. The secret to a great apple sauce is to cook it very quickly. Most people stew their apples. As you can see, I'm rotating my apples. Why? So they cook evenly, number 1. Number 2, they're releasing their juices. But again, by cooking, that reduces, intensifies the flavour of the apple. Our apples have cooked for about 5 minutes. Into the blender until smooth.
It's not moving. You switch that out.
I'd love to see the outtakes of this.
Pureed apple.
Shit, new blender doesn't
As you can
work.
see, I'm passing through a fine sieve. That's optional.
What's optional?
Do?
What was optional?
As you can
Passing
see,
it through the fine sieve.
very smooth, creamy apple sauce.
Sorry, is that just apples?
Tiny
What's
bit
in
of
that?
sugar.
Yeah.
Then into our serving bowl.
That's apple sauce. Is that how you make apple sauce?
You can use this exact recipe
Yeah.
with, say, for example, pork chop. It works fantastically well, but fantastic with duck. Just place to one side.
Like he's
keep
regretting
warm
the duck choice there.
while we cook the duck.
He's thinking
Honey
about pork
glaze,
right now.
Very simple. Honey in a pan, some toasted coriander seeds, crushed, little star anise. Bring to the boil,
She cooking it.
reduce down. Very simple. With the duck, we take our Norwood chicken granules, sprinkle over the breasts, little olive
And then
oil,
what about the duck?
season
Yeah.
the other side, little oil,
Notice no salt.
little fresh thyme.
That's really lovely.
As you can see, I'm coating the duck in the granules, the thyme, and the olive oil. We just leave for 5-10 minutes. It's very simple. It just scents the meat and seasons at the same time. As you can see, I put the duck skin side down in the pan, not too hot. So what will happen is the fat will start to render and then crispen. And a grill is a much gentler way of cooking a steak, whether it's a duck steak, whether it's a tuna.
I mean, I know you're catering different people to different skill levels, but that is just not how you cook duck. Famously, you put duck.
Ooh. Calling him out.
Pan. Well, yeah,
calling out Marco. There's not many banter comments here, by the way. So what you're saying is you cook it very. You do put it in the pan though, right? To do something.
Yeah, you should put it in a pan. You should let the heat go into the pan and the duck at the same time, so that the fat renders out of the duck. So you lose. Well, if you put a duck in a pan that's hot, and griddle pans notoriously get hot very quickly, you're just gonna burn the skin because it's gonna sear and the fat hasn't got anywhere to go.
Sorry, I was listening, Ish. If this is a direct quote, we've been seasoning duck with chicken granules for years, centuries. Wait to go back and see if he actually says that. I'm getting it on a t-shirt if he does.
Tuna steak, whether it's a normal steak, because it's the entirety of the steak is not touching a complete hard surface. So it's a much gentler way of cooking meat or fish. And a very nice way is to take this now and just pop it in your oven. 6 minutes, 8 minutes, depending on the size of the breast. So you've got a crispy skin, you have a pink breast. As you can see, while my duck's cooking,
take it back, actually.
I'm just reducing the honey down to give it that texture so it'll glaze. The fat is starting to render and caramelize. And so then it's time to turn. My coriander and spice glaze is now reduced by approximately half. So I've turned my gas off underneath the ducks. There's sufficient heat for the ducks now to continue cooking, but at the same time they're resting.
It's not as exciting a recipe, this one.
No, it's not really.
It's something I do at home a lot, is where I finish off the cooking.
I'm a bit worried that we're relying on Waldorf salad to bring this back around.
I take it off on a rack, losing its heat. Glazing my honey.
So messy.
Sorry, is it literally just duck and sauce?
Duck works fantastically well with apples.
What?
We've eaten duck with apples in Britain for many years, decades, centuries. Duck with spices, we know it works.
One sec, here we go.
Duck with honey, it works. Honey and apples works. Honey and spice works. It all works together.
Do you have a straw?
You know something? With duck,
it's
delicious. No gravy required. And then just to finish, which is optional again, a little fresh coriander to complement the seed.
Bits of
coriander.
And my fresh apple sauce, no need for a gravy. The Norwood chicken granules season the duck beautifully. Then we have the honey, which complements it. The duck's cooked.
I think even he's lost faith in this one.
The apple sauce.
that looks vile. That apple sauce.
Really bad. This isn't meant to be a slander of Marco, but I mean, that's just... What was that? Right, Dan,
I mean,
same
it would be
questions again.
nice, but that's a really dynamic dish. Could be a really dynamic dish, and it just looks boring. I probably would do all of that, yeah. What was the question? How did it look? 5.
Out of 10, how good? A 3.
And I'll probably
for me.
7 to make. Get him. I'll tell you what you want. No, Luke.
He's Italian, Dan, as you mentioned.
Does it
there's
have
our
to be
boys.
Knorr?
There's our boys.
There you go, yeah. Do we have to do Knorr ones? Because I've got
Tonight we are. Tonight we are. No, later on. We'll do some funny ones.
When we do minnow in the pantry.
There you go. Dan. Oh, it looks like we've got one brought for us by Noah, so I think we've got his signature. We're gonna have a cooking time. Here we go, carbonara. Now I can make carbonara. I know how to make carbonara. I dare say I make a good carbonara.
You were gonna have a carbonara tonight.
It was. Here we go. How long's it?
Spaghetti carbonara.
10 minutes.
It's got to be one of the favourites. It's very simple, very quick. Start to finish, 10 minutes.
Bollocks.
Crispy bacon, parmesan, eggs, cream, boiling water.
Oh, he's using cream, Dan. Is that not a fettuccine Alfredo? What's he up to here?
Commercial pasta. Stop.
It's only fettuccine for you.
This time, we're not going to season the sauce. We're just going to season the water for the pasta because there's enough salt with the bacon and the parmesan. And we season the water with Knorr chicken stock pot.
Who has got so much money that they're seasoning water with stock cubes?
They're basically making stock. They're using stock to boil their pasta.
Madness. I mean, I'll try it.
Why do I season?
Do you reckon he has a lifetime supply? Or he just got an absolute fat wad of money?
He doesn't need it. He's Marco Pierre White.
I don't think he's made as much money as you think he has.
No,
he sounded like his restaurant wasn't very profitable towards the end.
No, I'm talking about his skill level. He does not need Knorr. He can get enough depth of flavour out of it.
Nor do they need him, Dan. Okay.
Well, not with Cy and Dave.
And not salt. The reason why is because Knorr chicken stock pot.
If you just looked at his head and took away the face, that is an old Italian lady. Do you know what I mean? I mean, actually, if you leave the face there, it's an old Italian lady.
It's quite Italian, yeah.
Right, here we go.
Makes your pasta taste better than salt. You should try it. Don't throw away the
Breaking
water.
the fourth wall.
We keep the water. Because what have we made? We made stock with starch.
Look at the camera for a change, Marco.
So it has flavour.
There's someone who's blushing terribly. Some little intern who's just red as a lobster because this guy's staring at him constantly now, dictating the whole thing to him.
You look like a lobster.
Have you been listening, Sunshine? It's your turn now.
Get your legs up.
We can use this water. If we're making a soup, we use this water. Don't put it down the sink.
Can your buttocks crack eggs? Well, of course they can. These have been boiled for a fortnight, lad. Give it your best shot. Right, let's just keep watching. This gets too mental.
Some people would say not necessary. But having said that, I did have an Italian mother.
Oh, fuck off.
Look at that.
He can't wait. And the camp, how Camby said it.
Smash volleyball.
Instant replay.
Some people would say not necessy.
Don't do it then.
But having said that, I did have an Italian mother.
That's
I'm only going to make
having said
2, 3 portions.
He's a walking meat.
But look at the size of my pan. Look at the amount of water.
Show off.
So my pasta cooks evenly and doesn't stick together. So we take our egg yolks.
Don't anyone believe this is your kitchen?
And we add some cream. Again, you make your carbonara as rich as you wish. If you like cream, a little bit more. If you don't like cream, a little bit less.
Does this all the time,
it's
doesn't
your
it?
choice.
Is it to absolve himself of any blame?
And that's the sauce. Let's not forget the eggs and the cream, they cook with the heat of the pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't put cream in
it
carbonara.
Always goes to scrambled eggs.
But in England, in America, we tend to. But everyone's different. I just keep it very simple. Whether it's traditional, my method, who knows? But what's important, does it taste delicious? So you can see our water comes to boil. We take our pasta.
Sorry, this is going to take 10 minutes. How long is this pasta going to take to cook?
When
90
you
seconds.
read the back of a spaghetti packet, and it says 10 minutes. Make it 9 minutes.
What's he got in that pot that's trying to get out?
8.5, make it 7.5.
On top of it.
Why? Because by the time you've drained it, by the time you've mixed it with your sauce, it's had that extra minute.
Don't look at this
pasta. Pasta, if you read the back of the packet, will be over.
Keep cracking them.
So we drain our pasta. A lot of the time when you have carbonara,
the screen green?
It's curdled.
Yes.
So you've got to really think about what you're doing.
Okay. Don't be fucking
scramble
stupid.
your eggs. Minuscule amount of olive oil. Again, that's optional. Take our eggs and our cream. Again, you make it as creamy as you like it. Take some of the bacon. Just toss that in. I never.
He did that in the 10 minutes, did he?
My parmesan with my eggs because it makes it rather sticky. So what I do is, as you can see, put the parmesan in the bottom of my dish. I slide in my
actually quite like that idea.
Carbonara. A little bit more bacon, so I've got that nice texture. So it's not soggy bacon; it's crispy bacon. Take a little bit more parmesan, and then I serve parmesan with it. So I have parmesan on the table. So if someone wants a little bit more cheese, then that's fine. A little black pepper. As you can see, I don't mix my bacon and my parmesan with my cream and my egg yolks. I build it in layers. So therefore, my bacon's still crispy. It's not texture. I can taste the cream and egg mixture. I can taste my parmesan. It just doesn't become one big flavour.
And my cheese, for some reason, is not melting. It's still fucking cold, that pasta. Because it took me 10 minutes, apparently. So, Dan, what do we think of Marco's carbonara?
Just play it on a second. Look what's coming up.
We've got Marco's mother's pasta. Bolognese and how to cook perfect pasta. Well, how to cook perfect pasta is 4 minutes, apparently. Smack it out in 4. Dan, let's look at some of the comments. Did you, I think that's, carbonara is a very tasty dish. I actually would love to try
that.
I'd love to see how Marco incorporates the dog pot into dessert.
Marco's in the driving instructor. Don't let the speed limit dictate. If it says 30, you can do 40. If it says 40, you can do 50. It's really just a guide. Most importantly, it's your choice.
The funny thing about Marco is that he's always making intense eye contact with someone. Yes! He isn't talking into the camera as most cooking show chefs do. He's talking to someone in the room, and a lighting guy, a mic boom holder. It doesn't matter. There's no real surprise. It's your choice.
Replying to Robert Francis, Luke. To Robert Francis saying, Do you buttocks crack eggs, boy?
Say that again.
Do you buttocks crack eggs, boy?
I've been so inspired by his vids that I've put no stock cubes into my beer, car engine inside my AC ventilation. It smells so good. Okay.
Ray,
nice.
I hate Ray. It's not funny
that.
Sorry, go down a bit. Go back to Ray Yen.
Oh, fuck's sake.
No. Go down one. So what's this?
It was originally a chicken pie recipe, but Marco made a few changes.
No, Bararama. No, go back down. I want to read Baradam Dama.
You've lost.
You dick. Baradam Dama said Marco understands that recipes are an illusion, and you lost that.
Oh, God forbid. Right, Dan, we're up to Waldorf salad. Now, before we start, how is he getting no product into a salad?
Good question. I don't know.
Mist? Got a mist.
So Waldorf salad, celery, onions, apples, yeah?
And walnuts in it as well?
Celery, walnuts, apples, mayonnaise.
Is it fennel? Is it fennel in there?
No.
It's not nice. It's not nice, is it?
No, it is quite nice Waldorf salad.
No, it's not.
It's celery, celery, apples, and walnuts. It's nice.
Is it named after a hotel in New York or something? Is that what it is?
Yes, correct. And mayonnaise.
It's named after a mayonnaise hotel in New York. Okay,
get it on. Get the noise. As Noddy Holder said, come on. He didn't say that. Was that Wizard? Come on, feel the noise.
Well, Noddy Holder is not Wizard. Anyway.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so okay, Dan, are you ready? We're up to number 4, Waldorf salad. How is he getting no product into this? 4 or 5. We're almost there, guys. Stick with us a bit longer.
Serves
Waldorf salad.
With roast chicken. There you go.
Very simple and delicious. The great thing is, it takes 5 minutes to make. You don't see it very often.
5 minutes or 10 minutes? 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Make your friggin' mind up, Marco.
Also, how long does it take to roast
Waldorf
chicken?
salad with roast chicken. Very simple and delicious. The great thing is it takes 5 minutes to make. You don't see it very often now, but when I was a boy and I started in the trade, it was on all the menus. But with roast chicken, it's delicious. It's a nice alternative. It's very simple.
Alternative to
celery,
good food.
Walnuts and apples. Today I'm using Hellmann's mayonnaise. But I'm going to be honest, I never make mayonnaise at home. But then I add no touch of taste, which gives it that nice roast chicken flavour.
That was so shot afterwards, this little shot here.
Today I'm using Hellmann's mayonnaise. But I'm going to be honest,
getting some
I never
B-roll.
make mayonnaise at home. But then I add
yes, that's right.
Nice roast chicken flavour.
Touch and taste. Why is it called touch and taste? Is it designed for pedos? Why is it touch and taste?
Also, there are so many Knorr products that just aren't available. Like, I've never seen that in the supermarket. You see the stock pots all the time. Where I've never seen touch of taste. Where's he going that to specific Knorr shops?
Mm-hmm. He has all the prototypes of the Knorr range that no one else can get their hands on.
Okay, no one else. Very good.
Very good. Very good.
And the celery and the walnuts and the roast chicken, delicious. So you take your celery. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just cutting into matchsticks. Not necessary. You can just chop it up. I'm just one of those people who likes to make work for myself. As you can see, I'm just run my knife through the celery.
You've been divorced 3 times, mate.
The matchsticks. Again, don't allow a recipe to dictate. So I've cut 2 sticks of celery into matchsticks. As you can see, it's not perfect, but it's sort of quite elegant.
Michelin
and now I'm going to take 2
What did he just do with his
hand? 2 sticks of celery into matchsticks. As you can see, it's not perfect, but it's sort of quite elegant. And now I'm going to take 2 apples. So what we do with the apples again?
God, turn them into apples again.
Matchsticks again.
In a bumper harvest.
The apples I'm using are Granny Smith's. They're my preferred apples from Waldorf. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. When you're chopping your celery and your apples, you don't have to turn them into matchsticks like I do.
We only just caught on to what the whole point of the show is.
Because my skills aren't that great, just chop. So there I have it. My matchsticks.
Now, I feel a bit bad because we started the episode tonight with chili con carne, which had 1.6 mil?
Yeah.
Waldorf salad. Who is showing up for Waldorf salad?
Us, apparently.
Well, us, yeah.
Celery and Granny Smith's apple. Then we take the leaves of the celery.
I think, though, it's got a high percentage of light.
Rather than waste them, just chop them and use them like a herb.
I hope not. It's not a huge proportion.
Yeah, but the other one is we'll go back to the end.
It's 1.5%.
In the salad.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
What are they?
Exactly 1.5% likes. Let's give it an extra
boost. A little bit of lemon juice.
No, it's not.
And just mix it in.
Sorry, I've missed all of this. Sorry, has it taken him 2 minutes to just cut some celery and some apple? Is that all he's done?
Yeah, he's put some lemon over it, and I think he's put the celery leaves.
Right, has he done something with mayonnaise?
Anything.
Why doesn't he ever use salt? What is that about?
Because he's got Knorr. He doesn't need salt. He's got Knorr.
Unbelievably salty product.
Mayonnaise. And a tiny little bit of no touch of taste.
As in, you might as well not put it in.
Which just gives it that great flavour. And again, treat it like a dressing rather than making it lumpy, so it stays quite light. So just
mayonnaise is a famously light dressing.
Just like dressing a salad. Sometimes you get coleslaw, which is so thick, or Waldorf, which is so thick. You've got to retain that freshness. So just with your spoon without breaking
salad. It is salad.
Your apples and your celery. Okay. A few little walnuts on the bottom.
He loves to use that same tray. Has he used that every time so far?
Yeah.
I think he has.
There is no dish that can't
inside. Again, I like to build my layers of flavour and texture. So there's our salad. As you can see, it's lightly dressed. Then we take our chicken. As you can see, I remove the breast from the chicken. Now, there's many ways of carving a chicken. Let's go with the grain and make it very fine. And if you don't want to take your chicken breast off the bone like myself, just take it off in chunks. Cut the legs in half. Serve whole breasts. Your choice. Make life easy.
Human, isn't it?
Just enjoy it.
It
won't taste
it.
Arrange your chicken over the salad. And the celery and the chicken work fantastically together well.
Who's going to make this?
Take some walnuts,
who is making this? Only person that's making this is an old,
and then just take some herb.
Your great aunt.
Using parsley.
Well, she can't get on YouTube.
And there we have our Waldorf salad with roast chicken. Waldorf salad, without question, is one of the great salads.
Bollocks.
It works well with many things. So if you don't want to roast a whole chicken,
name them.
Like I have.
I have.
Then
Why does he make normal
One
sentences
minute.
sound like complete bitchy little comments?
So if you don't want to roast a whole chicken, like I have,
like I have,
the salad.
You're a lazy fat bitch and like me.
Then it's a great Sunday supper dish.
I like to make work for
If
myself.
you've got some roast pork left from lunch with Waldorf salad. If you've got some roast turkey.
It's about crunch or lunch. Well. Or the two.
It works well with many things. So if you don't want to roast a whole chicken, like I have, and serve it with salad, then it's a great Sunday supper dish. If you've got some roast pork left from lunch with Waldorf salad. If you've got some roast chicken, some roast turkey, it works deliciously.
You've already had chicken. So you've named 2 other meats. All need roasting.
It's just nice on its own.
And there we go. Dan, how likely are you? Oh, how good does that look?
I actually think that looks quite nice.
You joking? It looks shit. It's
I'd eat
apple and celery with some mayonnaise on it.
I like Waldorf salad.
Yeah. Don't try and butter him up now if you've been slagging off his cooking technique.
Thank you, sir. Perfect gentleman compared with Gordon, lol. Fuck off.
Came for the stock pot, got something new. Once again, not a huge banter section here. Stock pot in a salad. Most impressive all we want. Oh, shut up, you fucking nerd. Right. He's probably a viewer. Okay, Dan, we've got the last one of the night, and we're saving best to last, aren't we?
Are we?
Shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie. I'm Nick. Oh, gosh, that looks like it might be good.
Is that my boss?
Is it?
Okay, you ready? Shepherd's pie.
Do you reckon he threatened to walk if he wasn't allowed his Lee Perrins? We want you to use no Worcestershire sauce. I'm using fucking Lee Perrins. I'm walking.
No, I don't.
Me neither.
Shepherd's pie.
Oh, God.
If we're really honest with
care with
ourselves,
knife again.
It's one of the nation's favourite dishes.
What isn't the nation's favourite dish? I don't think chili con carne and shepherd's pie are the nation's favourite dishes.
I think shepherd's pie is.
No, not anymore. Not top 5. No.
Oh, yeah. Top 10.
Paul. Maybe top 10.
Paul.
It's very simple.
Paul.
Garlic, onions, fried off. Lamb mince.
Grace didn't realise he was a human. She thought he was a robot. Paul Gamagini.
Goodness me. Bigger problems than just that, then, I don't think. What's the name of Paul Rankin? That's it. So I meant.
Or is it Ian?
Well, one's the cook and one's the Scottish
flour,
crime writer.
Water.
Right, I'm going to start.
They're both Scottish.
If we're really honest with ourselves, it's one of the nation's
No,
favourite
he's not
dishes.
Scottish. Isn't he Irish?
It's very simple.
Irish.
Garlic, onions, fried off. Lamb mince, Worcester sauce. Little flour, water.
What's that doing there? Puts it in his ear.
Water.
And the secret ingredient, as always, is an all beef stock.
I think even he saw the irony there. Watch his eye.
Giant peppermill.
His eyes light up here. Even he knows this is just getting ridiculous now. Watch his eyes.
The ingredient, as always,
Look at them.
is an all beef stock pot. Little oil, chopped onion, again, garlic. It's optional. As always,
you want to see it make a paste
to remove the water content. To remove this
next week.
A little colour with the shepherd's pie. Lamb beef stock pot. It works fantastically well. And if you're making a cottage pie, exactly the same method, exactly the same recipe, no difference. Add the lamb and then break it up and mix it in with the onion. As you can see, the water content of the lamb is starting to.
That looks awful.
What you have to do.
Looks like when my dog's sick.
So that water evaporates. By doing that, it intensifies the flavour of the lamb again. And once the water's evaporated, then we can singe the lamb, and then proceed.
Singe.
Yeah.
Singe means burn.
Yeah, he's using poor choice of words. Are they verbs? Are they
burn.
I never remember.
Stage 2.
I don't know why I look to my right.
Etc.
Oh, to singe is a verb.
My lamb's now been cooking with the onions and the garlic.
If it's singed.
Hear this crackling now. That's because the water is almost gone.
It's caramelizing.
Once that happens, then I can start to singe my meat. That little bit of fat.
Dan, do you love to singe your meat? I've asked this before.
Who doesn't? Tweet him that.
I don't think he's on Twitter.
He is now. Musk's got it. Bring him down. Dead air. Good stuff. Quality content. Pause the video to go and Google something.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you weren't seeing that. There we go. Here's
the
Marco.
bad boy of official Marco Pierre White.
He's not let go of his youth, has he?
He hasn't.
Freaking hell. He looks like a chicken. Like an actual farm animal.
Old chicken.
His last
what is
tweet
that
was
down the side?
6 years ago.
What is that? Is that
what is what?
What is that? The lump of wood.
The log. Log or something. I don't know what it is. I thought he invited
what is that? Rockstar Energy.
Oh God. That's sweaty, man.
What is my kingfish? Where's my kingfish? What have we gone off?
Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're coming back. Here we go. Right.
Lamb will now render, caramelize. And that's time building my flavor. Lots of people don't go to this extreme. Not because they're lazy. They just don't know. So if you
thick fucks
and spend that extra 10, 15 minutes.
What? Sorry, what don't people know?
Etc.
To caramelize the meat.
With the onions and the garlic for approx 10 minutes.
Prox.
Hear this crackling now.
He looks fat.
That's because the water is almost gone. Once that happens, then I can start to singe my meat. That little bit of fat content, which is still in the lamb, will now render, caramelize. And that's how I'm building my flavor. Lots of people don't go to this extreme. Not because they're lazy. They just don't know.
Again, that's unnecessary.
So you're just saying cook it for an extra 5 minutes?
10, 15 minutes evaporating the water and working the lamb. So there's no big lumps in there. How many times do you have a shepherd's pie with big balls of mince all glued
Stop
together?
hanging out with game, mate.
That hasn't been worked properly. It hasn't been cooked properly. We just add a little bit of flour just for body and texture. About 10 grams per half kilo.
That's very old-fashioned.
Worcester sauce.
God.
Again to taste.
Oh my God. To taste? What bucket's worth? What's that? What was that before?
And then water.
He's turning to gourd, but that's mentally fast editing.
So as you can see, we're building all the layers of flavour that are required for a great shepherd's pie.
So put all that water
in a little sprig of thyme. Now we cook that slowly for about an hour. When you're making something like shepherd's pie, there's no real recipe. It's more method than recipe.
Every single time.
So, you allow your palate to dictate. If you don't like Worcester sauce, leave it out.
Sorry.
I like Worcester sauce.
Leave it out.
I just don't like
in my opinion.
I like it as much as the next man, unless the next man is Marco Pierre Pairings.
Make their shepherd's pie too dry. I like my shepherd's pie quite wet, but still with texture. So when it's put onto my plate, it collapses, but it still holds together, rather than it being a solid block. But again,
just contradicting himself.
So our shepherd's pie mix is now being braised.
I like my lasagna to collapse, but not collapse.
Oh my God, mashed potato. We're gonna have to do that after. We'll do one more after this. We'll do one more.
So on top of the stove for 1 hour.
Week.
It's a nice richness.
Oh no, you're doing mash anyway.
Not too dry.
It's
not too wet. So what we do now is we just spoon this into our dish.
Then
sprinkle my carrots and my diced swede, which has been cooked already.
He just puts whole what?
No, some people sprinkle peas.
No. But why?
With their shepherd's pie.
Why that?
I prefer to root veg and peas on the side. And so now I'll allow this to chill and to set, which will enable me to put my potato on top. So as you can see,
that's absolutely ridiculous.
The shepherd's pie is now set.
What? How cold is that?
I have 1 kilo of mashed potatoes. It's very simply spread.
Oh my God.
Your man. There's nothing worse, a friend once told me, when you run out of mashed potato. So there's our basic. As you can see, I've spread the mash over my pie dish evenly. I've created a nice seal.
10 people again.
For presentation, dip your knife into the water so it just rides across the mash.
Does look quite good.
Pop in an oven, which is very hot, for about 20 to 30 minutes. So there we have it, our shepherd's pie.
Burnt.
30 minutes in the oven. Beautifully moist inside, not too wet, not too dry.
There's a new cookbook.
And then we have this nice crispy topping, quite fluffy underneath.
Singe my meat, open cooking by a fire with Marco Pierre White. The nudist barbecue magazine we needed.
Oh dear.
So Dan, there we go.
So how did you find that?
That was the first episode of what was
Marco
it?
Pierre White Night.
Marco Pierre White Night.
Episode 1, Shark in the Kitchen. Episode 2 next week, Minnow in the Pantry.
So what next week? What videos should we go into some of his best moments, some of his funny clips? Is there enough content here for a series?
Yes, 100%. I tell you, I'm going to put forward one I want us to do, and it's not from Noor. It's from his BBC Masterclass. Okay.
Is that on YouTube? It won't be on YouTube.
Mushroom Christmas tree.
Oh, that does sound good, but I don't know if we've got the license to do that. But anyway,
we can do it. It's on YouTube. We can do it.
Perfect. Okay, right. We'll be back next week then with more Marco Pierre White videos. We'll see you then.
On Marco Pierre White Night.